Hey guys, welcome to my rehab in Sherman, Texas. In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 3 things that I cannot stand to see that my contractors do after I've already specifically told them, do not do this over and over like a billion times over, but they do it anyways, right? Sometimes I think they're doing it just on purpose to piss me off, but they're really not, because otherwise they know they're going to get fired, right? So they're not doing it. There's just a communication barrier. You have to make sure that you really communicate what you want, otherwise they're not going to do it. So, what are those 3 things? Well, number 1, make sure everything is taped off when they're spray texturing and painting the house. Number 2, make sure you cover the floors after they're already in. You just put a lot of money into these floors, so you don't want them messed up. And number 3, making sure that they don't clean right outside the house, right at the faucet, their paint buckets and their drywall buckets, because it gets up on the house. Now, I rolled up to this house. I'm getting ready to leave town for about a week, so I had to go ahead and get this video filmed for you. But I'll show you in just a second. They spray textured and got paint on the light covers, right? And it drives me nuts, because I told them, do not do this like 10 times, I swear. Swear, it's so frustrating, right? And it's not to deal with the issue. I think it's more that they just don't listen. But they don't want to do it because it takes more time for them. Because they could just simply take everything off, but they don't do it. So what do we want to tape off? New windows behind us, light covers, outlet covers, fans and lights, right? The reason why it's so dark in here is because I could tell that this was going to happen on this project. So I didn't put the lights and fans in, right? That's why this room is dark right now, so I do apologize for that. But I think that all that matters is you get the message. So, but I'm leaving here in a week, and I won't be back to this property before it's done, so I figured I had to get this video out for you now. So, make sure they tape everything off, otherwise it's going to be a big pain, because you're going to have to either pay to replace those outlet covers or switches, or you're going to have to pay for someone extra time to clean them, extra labor. It's just going to save you a bunch of headache, and a bunch of time, and a bunch of money. Now, number 2, sitting on a big old stack of laminate. What does that mean? Floors are going in, right? They're going in tomorrow, I hope, right? So, when they go in, you just spent thousands of dollars on floor. You want to make sure that they cover them, right? They cover them with plastic. What traditionally we use is brown paper, right? You can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever surplus store you have there. Make sure they cover them up. Why? Because they're going to track all sorts of stuff across them. They're going to track dirt and dust and grass. That's common. That can be easily cleaned. What's the pain is they're going to still continue on finishing up the drywall. They're going to still continue finishing up the final trim paint and touch-up paint. And now, it's not that they're going to be messy, but everyone always drips from time to time. So what's going to happen is they're going to drip, and there's going to be little drips on the floor, and then they're going to step on those drips, right? And they're not going to know they stepped on. And then all of a sudden you got steps tracked all around your place. You got paint or drywall on your new floors, and it drives me absolutely nuts because it's completely unnecessary, right? So you should have your floors covered. Now let's talk about this house for a second, right? We got some laminate going in here. Why am I putting laminate in? Well, the houses that I'm trying to compare to, they use laminate. So I'm trying to match the comps. I don't want to go put a really nice hardwood in that's 3 or 4 times more expensive than these floors when I don't need to get those same comps to hit that same price per square foot. Now, I want to make sure that I don't under repair or over repair. I want to hit what I'm trying to hit. So if the houses are all using hardwood and you're going to go with carpet throughout the house, you're not going to get those full comps. It's not going to appraise. So you got to match what you're trying to hit, if that makes sense. But make sure they cover up your floors, because this is going to be a big old pain. And if you run out of money or you're doing one of your first rehabs and you're trying to save money, you're going to be on that floor like Cinderella with a toothbrush, cleaning up that floor, right? And it's not fun. How do I know? I spent many a nights on some of my first houses crawling around on my knees for hours cleaning up these spots. And it drives me nuts, especially after I tell them, do not do this, and they do it anyways. And my third last thing that's going to help save a lot of headache for you is make sure they know they're not allowed to clean their paint buckets and clean their drywall, extra drywall pans and everything out by the house, right? So you're gonna have an outside exterior faucet. What they wanna do is do the easiest thing. They just wanna clean it right there. But what happens is they get paint splattered all up over the house. So you may have this nice house with really nice brick, and then you see this big old splotch all over your wall, right? And then all over the area in front, right there, you're gonna see the grass has been changed in color. It's all white now. It's a big old spot. And it's so easy that they can take that around to the back of the house in a corner, or take a hose and clean it out in the back of the yard. They don't need to do it right there, right when you're a week away from putting the house on the market. So guys, go ahead and make sure you have communication with your contractors. Tape everything off. Lights, fans, windows, everything that needs to be taped off that you don't want spray texture or paint over. Number 2, make sure they know that you have to put down mats or whatever you're putting, blankets even, plastic or brown paper over your floors so you don't have to deal with that later, because you're going to have to pay someone to clean it or you're going to have to do it yourself, and neither one is a good option. Number 3, make sure that they're not cleaning their paint buckets right up against the house, because nobody likes paint splattered against their nice brick house and having to come get it off with a wire brush later. So I hope that helps, guys. Make sure you communicate well with these individuals, and I'll give you some more tips to save you a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of headache on your next rehab on the next video. I'll see you then. Hey guys, I'm going to zoom in here real quick so you can see exactly what I was talking about. So they didn't tape everything off. This is a light switch. They spray textured over it and painted over it, and they're going to have to fix it. And unfortunately, it's not just this one, but on all our houses. Now guys, everybody that says everything goes right on all their houses, they're lying. Nobody's going to come in and show you the things that actually go wrong, which is the most important things for y'all to be seeing, so y'all know how to adjust and make sure that this doesn't happen on your properties. So they went ahead and went over and painted over this and spray textured over it, but they're going to have to fix it. So just on your next project, make sure that you explain to them and stress to them that they can't do this, they have to take things off, they have to cover your floors, and that they can't clean their paint buckets and drywall buckets right up against the house. It's going to save you a lot of time, money, and headaches. So I hope that helps, and I hope it helps you on your next rehab.